Good morning, teachers. Today we are going to be looking at how to create book reports using Tumble Books. So, if you start on our Desert Wind homepage, we are going to go into Mac and Via. Because you already logged into the network, it's going to automatically take you into Mac and Via. On this left side, we are going to click on Databases. And under Databases, we're going to be opening up Tumble Books. Now, Tumble Books is a great resource. Remember, all students can be logged on to the same book. So if you read a book together as a class, you can use this book report to assess whether or not students are reading. So the main purpose of a book report is to assess whether or not the student is reading, but also to get the students thinking more critically about the text. So students will start, always a book report starts with a summary, a quick summary. What was the book about? From there, they're going to tell us, okay, what do the themes mean to them? So they really have to think about what was the purpose of reading that book to them. And then at the end, you're going to have them think about, why is this important to me? Why is it important that I'm reading this book? How has this book changed me? So you want the book report to be a reflective process. So you want them to start with the basic details, giving us information on what the book was about. And you can use anything like strategy like somebody wanted but so, or you can use a magnet summary, or you can use the 5 W's to start them off. But from there, you also want them to think about what does that book mean to them and why does it matter? Why is it important for them to be reading this book? And so whether you are K through 3 or 4 and above, students are going to have to consider those 3 parts of a book report as they do this. So let's click on Monsterhug. Whether you just finished reading this as a class or perhaps the students read it on their own, you are going to find on this left side some icons. This one has a book report. They all have the book report tool, but some of them are really neat because they actually have quizzes. So since we do not have AR, students can also take a quiz. So let's see if we can find one that has a quiz, and not all of them do. So we do have to be selective here. Let's try always. See on this left side, there's a quiz. So I just wanted to point that out, that some books do have quizzes in case you wanted to, have the kids complete those. But in general, they can do a book report. So if you click on book report, they will write their name, type their name, and then they will choose grades K through 3, grades 4 plus. They all have 10 questions, but for grades 4 plus, it really asks them specifically to think of genre. It asks them to think of the problem, the conflict, to look at the plot diagram in its entirety. And then the students do make connections. They talk about whether they liked it, whether they would recommend it. So it goes into all of that. The other one, K through 3, goes over just the basic parts of the plot diagram. So who's the main character? How do you connect to the main character? Did you like the story? Tell us 5 different reasons. And so this one's really neat too. And it does target those 3 steps. So I did print out these questions for you in case you would like to have a reference. But when students are done answering these questions, they can always print it and you can send it to the Canon, and you can go over and print them. I would recommend that when they're printing, then of course that they ask you for permission always, and that you print front to back so that you don't waste too much paper. So the book report can be on the same page. Print on both pages. It already defaults, so it's set at a default, but you might want to check before they do print. That way it's 1 page per student. And this is it. This is Tumble Book Reports. Thank you.